Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nick Gagalis, and we're here for this episode of Clean My Ride, minor league baseball style. This is what a car, or at least my car, looks like after a season of minor league ball. So here it is. It's a Toyota Camry. Not anything too fancy, but you know what? It gets the job done. And really, that's what all I'm looking for. I don't need the rims as much as I may want them. Anyway, let's take a look at what's inside. Hopefully we'll find some interesting stuff. So this right here obviously is the passenger side. You can tell that just from looking. Anyway, here's the treasure chest. In the glove box there's a bunch of stuff, including these. You cannot live with enough of these in your car. The group fund guides for whatever team you're working for. These ones happen to be for the Hudson Valley Renegades that I worked for this past season. Here you also see an exhibit from a field trip I took. That was to a Trenton Thunder game before the Renegade season started, and they wisely put ticket plan advertisements on the back of their parking slips. Here we got plenty of other stuff in the glove box, including your typical car stuff that you'd have anywhere, you know, like a notebook and a receipt from buying stuff and all that good stuff. We have a parking pass right here from when I lived in Poughkeepsie for a little while. That's a story in itself I'll probably tell some other time. Empty pay slip, thank God I remembered that check, huh? And a few other things too. In here we got your typical, you know, registration, user's manual, plenty of pens, cell phone charger, wrench, Swiss Army knife, and another thing that you always have to have, it's a Sharpie. And for those of you that are in media relations, you know you drive plenty of players to player appearances, and when you do that, they better be ready for autographs. And we'll take a look at the rest of the front of the car here. Believe it or not, I didn't store too much in here other than some Purell right about there. Some coins for tolls. Thank God, though, I didn't need too many of those because of this guy right here, an Easy Pass, and boy, did I use that a lot going through toll booths. Anyway, here's some more unused space other than a pen. To be completely honest, I'm surprised I didn't pack that full of crap. And over here we have the car freshener, which with everyone else it's a staple of making sure that your car doesn't smell like a dump. So now we'll venture into the back seat here and we'll show off a little bit more of the relics, if that's what you want to call them, that we have here. Up here in the back we have a clothes hanger back here for when I'd hang up my nice shirts and all that stuff before the season. And speaking of player appearances, like I'd mentioned before, this shirt right here was actually from the Rising Star camp that I went to with Stephen Hiscock when he made a player appearance. Here on the seat we have the ever essential travel pillow, and that's not so much for my car. That's for when I go on the team bus and need to take a nap or sleep when the team's getting home pretty late. And I have a book in here too, because you can always have more to read, especially when you don't want to watch the movie that's on the bus. Down here there is one thing that I'm going to have to lie about and say was not in the car during minor league season. That's this stuff right here, the windshield wiper fluid. Thanks, Dad, but yeah, screwing things up. Anyway, here we have a book light, some ticket envelopes that I used as bookmarks when I had to deal with a lot of the program autographs, and plenty of stuff on this side too. Yeah, didn't put anything in there, although a nice cup holder for, I'm sure that some of the players used it when they were in the car. Anyway, we got my backpack, which is full of a bunch of stuff, including some extra clothes in case I forget my suitcase at the field and have to use that. Plenty of extra pens, especially since I'm a broadcaster, so the highlighter particularly comes in handy in my case. Got some extra change in there, and oh, even a shopper's card. Anyway, you can't have enough tissues, especially if you're a guy like me with allergies, so I got plenty of those, and hey, maybe that's why I needed the tissues. I should probably get those out of there. So here we go to the fun part, the trunk. And boy, is this an adventure. I've already taken a look at it recently, so hopefully you'll have as much fun with it as I am going to be cleaning it up. Anyway, here it is. We got a fun team jersey for all of the interns that help out with the in-between inning games at Dutchess Stadium. We have a few other things too. We have my old glove, which is so old and ratty that I even needed duct tape to patch it up. Anyway, as any broadcaster would, I have plenty of empty CDs and cases, just in case, no pun intended, I needed to send off a demo reel or just want to have an archive of the season. So that's what those guys are. Got a first aid kit, plenty of bottled water just in case, because you never know where you may end up. And here we also have one of the giveaways this year. I was lucky to snag an extra replica jersey from the Renegades from one of the giveaways they had. And of course, I am in minor league baseball, but it doesn't mean that I don't have favorite major league teams. So, including the Rays, I also like the Red Sox. I may be one of the only people to have that case, but hey, I need a fleece blanket to keep me nice and warm. And this actually was here a little bit before the season because I used it camping out the night before season tickets and regular tickets went on sale at the Dutch, which certainly was an experience even though I didn't really need to be there. It was a lot of fun. On my way out of the store at the Dutch, I also bought the top prospect cards from the New York Penn League. And I won't give too many secrets away other than to say, hey, there are some guys in here that you certainly might want to hold on to. And of course, there's this guy right here. This is a ball I got on another field trip I made. The same weekend I went to the Trenton Thunder game, I also went to the Lakewood Blue Claws game. They're a single-A affiliate of the Phillies in the South Atlantic League, and I got this as a home run ball in batting practice. Speaking of balls, here's a glove that I just got recently. It's got a story of its own, and I'm going to keep that under wraps until this lives its entire life cycle. And don't worry, that's not going to be before this wears out, because that might take a while. But in due time, hopefully, you'll hear that one probably a few years from now. And as usual, we got some regular car stuff in here. This obviously wasn't going to be used during the season, but hey, it's nice to be prepared. And I would hope with all the stuff that I have in here that I might be prepared for something every once in a while. I also had here on one of the days just before the season, I went to the Vanderbilt Mansion, just a manual from there, when my family came to visit. That was certainly a lot of fun. And here we go, folks. This had a double purpose. This lay right here was for under the sea night and beach night, and boy were they fun, especially under the sea. If you go on the Renegades Facebook page and you look way back to somewhere in late July, I believe it was the 21st, you'll see a ridiculous video of me sacrificing any ounce of integrity that I had just for a few laughs. But hey, I couldn't have done it without my buddy Sean. As always, we got some extra clothes in here, more water bottles, all good stuff. And that's pretty much it. So there you have it, folks. That's what a car looks like right after a minor league baseball season. Hopefully I'll get to cleaning it soon. But anyway, thanks again for tuning in. My name is Nick Gagalis, and have a great afternoon.